And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet submissive subject, my royal loyal subject, forever, forever, and never and never and never. You'll be back, time will tell, and I know that. Okay. La da 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 da. I wanna bury you in the ground. La da 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 da. Wanna bury you in my sound. Gonna drink the red from your pretty pink face. Gonna. What, you don't like that? Dude, how does Hamilton, bastard, immigrant, orphan, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised from the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. Kept me from the room where it happened.
Who's got yours?
For the last time. Dear Alexander, I have flown to anger, and I told a lie. Without reckoning with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I check, the only common thread has been your disrespect. They call me immoral, dangerous disgrace. If you got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. A-Dub. Fuck. Who's watching? Why do I keep holding it down? No one's watching. Got it. I am a sad, lonely potato. Some of them you assume what I get to the MC here and fucking just saying off of me, not on the motherfucking animal. I'm taking anything to real me. I'm gonna see what I could do. Dun 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 dun. How does a ragtag voluntary army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How did he rise to the quagmire? High. Yo, we have a secret weapon, an immigrant. Everybody give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman. Sad sack of shit. Yeah. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a sec, you'll and I'm broken, just man. Can't lie to love again, it's never stopped. Been written in the skies of our hearts. When I'm broken, just bends and we can't lie to love again. I'm sorry, I don't understand where all of this is coming from. I thought that we were fine.
Battery ice.
We all come clean. Ready, bitch. Weren't paying attention. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. My ass got shot. Honestly, find my life very, like, I don't want to say depressing in a way, but at the same time, I don't want to say that my life sucks. See, like, I don't like when people, like, try and restrict me from my morals. In a way.
Hostile UAV above.
Like,
Care package inbound.
like, when I say that I'm always getting hurt, it's always for a reason, and that's because I'm always trying to protect my friends. So, like, the way that I see it is, like, stopping me from doing what's in my DNA and, like, something that I really want to do is, like, kind of sad in a way, because, like,
Hostile hellstorm overhead.
it's hard to explain. Like,
Friendly guardian deployed.
because not allowing me to do something that makes me feel comfortable with my life kind of makes me feel like, oh,
Battery ice.
we can't accept him. He's not the way that we want him to be. And as if I ever wanted to make that image. Me, it's like, what's the best way I could say it?
Hostile tower detected.
The best way I could say it is that I can't be me without being me. Well, only way I could say it, really.
Profit KIA.
Like,
Hostile UAV spotted.
me struggling with this ironic life of mine, it blows. Like, trying to like anytime you try and date a girl, or like, and you're always like the really nice guy, but then after everything, you're just like, oh, sorry, I don't like you the same way. I'm just like, well, fuck. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that would make you want, or not want me in a way? Well, like, people crushing on me, it's a different story, because, like, I find it, like, not, I only find those as, like, jokes, because, like, there's really nobody that's like me, like, wanted to actually date me before. There was one, but even that didn't go the way I wanted it to. That fell apart, like, 3 weeks in. No, like 4. Almost a month. Like, the thing I didn't want to happen was, like, to say that I fucked up. Because, like, anytime I do something, it's always weird, because always try and come up with a reason for it. No matter what the idea is, no matter what the thing I'm doing is, it's odd. It's odd coming from me, because then nobody, like, remembers to care in a way, because, like, I'm made fun of a lot, and not only, like, at school, but at home it personally affects me, because, like, I don't want to say it's, like, my inner sanctum where I'm, like, always here, but it's, like, the place where I'm constantly at, and nobody seems to really appreciate it, so I'm just like, alright, I want to have a friend or two come over, what happens? Nobody gives a shit. I think about having a birthday party, and nobody even takes in consideration my birthday period. Like, the last 3 years has been the same sad thing. Like, anytime it was my birthday, like, everybody would just be like, oh, it's your birthday? No, I'm just stuck, like, looking at myself like, what am I gonna get this year? Then it's just the same thing. I'm just gonna get myself a present, and nobody else is gonna get me shit. It's like, the one thing I always want is just, like, people who care, in a way. But at the same time, when it's, like, false, like, or they lie in a way, then it's, like, really painful, especially to me, because then I'm just like, yeah, I've cared about you for, what, 3, 4, 5 weeks? 10 months? Almost the entire school year? Almost the entire school year, and yet the best way I'm treated is like a fucking pile of shit. Cause, like, me, it's horrible. Me, it sucks being me. It's like being easily likable, and yet nobody gives a shit. What else is there? Like being mocked in general, it sucks for me, cause I hate it when people say, like, oh, what is it? Like, oh, Louis just gonna get friend zoned again and again and again and again. See, like, the thing is, I want to change that. Like, when I actually finally date someone who loves me, and yet I'm I'm struggling, like, to find trust in myself where people will actually think, oh, Louis could be dated, everything like that. I want to get that idea across. It's like mostly everybody's just like looking at me and saying, like, oh, he's by himself. Something stupid's gonna happen. Yada yada yada. So, like, most of the time when I'm just, like, kicking it by myself, it gets boring and sad. I was like, you don't know, one day I'm just, like, really happy, but at that exact same night, I'll be breaking down in my bedroom. It sucks. So like things I do, it's like for a reason. And at the same time, when people take those reasons for granted, it's kind of depressing. It's basically like I'm
Team death.
trying to make a bridge for someone that won't even help me up after everything. It's like the way I see it is like, oh,
Fight and win.
what I see is like when you become my friend, you're part of my family. You're welcome to come over anytime, make jokes, everything like that. Yet, if you aren't my friend, then what the fuck are you? You're just some guy I see on the street, walking around, anything like that. Nothing special. Like me doing what I do, I sing, I fuck around, I just make jokes. And people will take that for granted, saying like, oh, Louis a fucking loner, yada yada. It sucks on my end, because like, the one thing I always hated was, no, two things. Wait. 3. 1, most of all, just being forgotten in general. It's like, oh, Louis. Who? The second thing is being the most welcoming person, like, out of the group, and yet nobody goes like, oh, hey Louis, you want to do this or that or something along those lines. And
UAV inbound.
and like, it's like everything that happens in my life, it's all just sad but true. It's like I could say I try to date a girl, it's sad but true. I managed to dislocate my thumb in the 1st grade. That's sad but true. I constantly get rejected. That's sad, yet it's really fucking true. Like,
Friendly UAV inbound. HCXD inbound.
like, one thing I said in earlier stream, like a long time ago, was I'm easily relatable. I'm easily able to be a friend. I'm easily likable, easily friendable, and all around dateable. Yet, like,
UAV inbound.
like, the thing is, when I try to do something for a girl that liked me, and when in the end she didn't like me anymore, I felt like an idiot. When I do shit like that, then I just look like a fucking moron. And
Friendly
like,
HCXD
there's
deployed.
that. So there's being forgotten, which is always like my top number one fear. Is like the second I'm lost in an abyss. Like, if you've seen the Book of Life, you know what I'm talking about. Like, the whole thing was, when you die, there's 2 worlds you go to: the land of the remembered and the land of forgotten. When you're remembered, it's fiestas 24/7, like endless parties that just never stop. And when you're forgotten, your soul just rots, and
Friendly UAV
you just fade away as time passes, and that's if nobody remembers you or never really gave a shit. So like,
package inbound.
that's always been my number one fear. And number 2 is always, like, things that I hated was being called annoying. It's like, being called annoying to me is like,
Friendly UAV inbound.
it's like, it's saying, oh, it's not acceptable just talking. Like, every word you say makes me want to shoot myself, and I've always hated making people feel like that, and trust me, when walking in my shoes and you look at like all the ups and downs of my life, it's you'll realize that there's way more downs than there are ups. It's
Hostile
like
UAV spotted. Hostile care package overhead.
because every like down in my life was basically just like everything I've done wrong. Cause like every time I bled, every time I've injured myself, every time I wanted to basically put a bullet in my head and end it all. It's
Get back to boot camp.
depressing. It was like trying to be the guy that's always sticking out for the lesser known people, everything like that. Trying to walk up to other guys, be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Make friends with them like nothing. Yet when it's the other way around and I'm sitting by myself, really just broken down, it's really sad knowing that while I'm just sitting there, nobody ever gives a shit. And like the amount of times I've broken down about like 10 times in what span of 3 weeks, it sucks because like it's like when I try to walk out and still smile, it hurts a lot because I'm just feeling like a dumbass with what I've done. Like hell, sometimes it may not look like that. I might be ready to cry, but the second you see a tear, just say something. Just look at me, give me a hug, something. Not that I'm looking for attention, it's that I'm looking for friends. Like, real friends. Not people that you just say like, oh, I know him. He's cool. Sure. I don't want friends like that. I'd rather have friends that would always stick up for me, anything like that. Do the same thing I would do for them. Just always be, I don't want to say an amazing person, but nah, I just want to be someone special in my life. It's like trying to date a girl, it's always sad because like in the end what's happening is I'm breaking down because the girl doesn't like me or something like that, and I'm stuck suffering. People always say the girl was not right for you. Girl didn't want anything. Girl didn't even have anything to give you. Yada yada yada, everything like that. And so like it hurts me a lot realizing that when I'm playing, when I'm dealing the cards, everybody gets bad luck. Yet when somebody else plays with them, they get the greatest thing ever. Yeah, for me it's really depressing in a way knowing that like me being constantly abused by people, like people I love, people I really care about, anything like that. And so like people make me feel like I don't want to be me. Like as if I have wanted to commit suicide like multiple times, and all for reasons that I hate myself. Because those reasons being that I would just want to shut up the voices for once. And know that when I go to heaven or hell, wherever I'm going, I'm just going to be stuck listening to them 24/7. And it's going to be sad for me because things I've done is very depressing in a way. It's like some of the things I've done is like just damn. Still being remembered. But like certain things that affect me are like me feeling just down. Period. It's like I hate feeling like shit. Whenever I just want to like hold on to someone and just never let go. That everybody's always like, it's weird. He's too huggy. He's too touchy. Nobody understands why. That's because like if I hug someone for a long ass time, it's always for the same reason that I don't want to let go. I don't want to say I let go. I never do. The second I say I let go, I feel like I'm the idiot for doing something amazing, for releasing something great in my life. It's like when I've tried to do multiple things, like communicate to others. I like try and find something that I like and other people like as well. It sucks because like I'm always the odd man out because I'm never the type of guy to walk out and be like, bye mom, I'm leaving for like 2 days, just for no apparent reason. I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person who just stays home and nobody even gives a shit about there. It's like most of the time I'm just doing this. I'm just playing on my PS4, minding my own business, singing, doing stupid shit, and yet nobody ever hears me. Nobody ever gives a shit. And it's really depressing realizing everything I've done for other people. Like, what I'm trying to say is, don't take me for granted. I understand I'm always gonna be there, but don't use me like I'm just some fucking useless piece of recyclable trash. Just like anything. Don't make me feel like I'm worthless more than I already feel. This is if I wanted to feel like I've done nothing in my life, really. So, sorry if I kind of made this stream a little depressing in a way, but like, the best thing I do is just get shit off my mind with this. And anytime I do that, it always makes me feel better. Or barely does. That's one thing I always wanted, was just someone to listen. And this was the best way you could do it. Nobody talk back, nobody do anything. Just me talk, you listen, and please just understand. I think I'm gonna get like some sweatpants on or something. My legs are getting cold. Enjoy the small cutscene while I change a little bit. Be right back.
I said some things I shouldn't have said. But I was just angry. Upset. You know how close I am to this movie deal. I mean, they know about my dancing, but those pictures. You don't want to mess up my chance for stardom. Do you, baby? What do you say? You bring over those prints and we can make up.
Hey, we got a problem. A big problem. The mayor's trying to make a name for himself, sticking his nose where it don't belong. He's looking into allegations of police bribery. What do you say we get together at the usual joint? Talk things through. Figure out a way to put this to bed before it gets out of hand. Trust me, have I ever steered you wrong before?
I ain't fought in 18 weeks to train. But the outcome ain't any doubt. See, I ain't leaving nothing to chance.
Yeah, so like,
But his career ends tonight. You just make sure the ref knows to look the other way. Cause this ain't gonna be pretty. But once it's done, once you collect your debts,
it's sad realizing certain
You
things.
may shut it, title.
And I know I shouldn't be talking over this, but subtitles. But I'm just gonna watch the cutscene as well, because I'm a little bored myself.
Tell me precisely how much debt my wife has accumulated. Do you happen to know if our life insurance policies are fully paid up? No, no. I can assure you, I'd never, ever think of taking such a course of action. No, I just want to make sure that our affairs are in order.
I have been watching.
Creepy.
I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds.
Very,
I know
very
who
creepy.
you are. But questions remain. Why do you do the things you do? Do you not see the futility of your tiny, insignificant existence? You are but fragments of a bigger universe. Your sins serve only as an invitation. An invitation to an evil beyond your imagination. I'll lead the way. I will show you the path. Only through me, the Shadow Man, will you find your redemption.
I like the theme music. It sounds nice. It's very like jazzy, like very old timey.
You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must take your hand off.
Yeah, enjoy this,
This
cause
can't be happening.
I ain't the best at it, but I still enjoy it.
Good inside.
Okay then. Yeah, like same things you'll see me doing, and it's like very awkward when I'm like silent and like nobody not pays attention, but like sees me as weird in a way. It's like the one thing that I never take as an insult is like, you're weird. It's like,
I'm about to deliver
thanks.
a serious
I don't
ass-kicking.
give a shit. 3, 4, go. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw. Fuck it. Let's wait for that to pass by. So what I gotta do is I gotta go crazy, go that, go up, hit door, turn on thing here, and go. There. Acá. Aquí. Opa. Gotcha. Beautiful.
Am I okay? Is everything normal? I hope that wasn't poison.
What is this? A key?
But yeah, everything for me is weird, like in life. It's like I feel like my life feels like it's constant, just no like downs, but like mostly up. Or no, not ups, but mostly downs. Other way around. Take her out, and so like certain things I find funny, like, or no, certain people that certain things that people find like gross and weird and anything like that, I find like very amusing. So like if you look at blood and gore and you go like, ew, sorry, I'm gonna be interested as shit in that. I'm gonna be clapping my ass off. Not literally, but that was the best way I could say it. I'm just gonna be clapping a lot because I'm a really bloody and gore person myself.
What am I supposed to do with this?
So it's very
The worm must be taken to the sacred place.
very funny. Thinking of everything I do.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
It's like, I want to see him out there, yet at the same time people don't want to see me out there. Like, me becoming drum major, actually, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like, as if people listen to me now. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like me trying to become the top leader of the group, everything like that, yada yada yada. Oh, he can't do it. He's too much of a goofball. Na 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 na. I'm just like, yes I can. You just have a lot of fucking doubt. Please tell me I hit it. Please tell me I hit it. Please tell me I hit it. I hit it. Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
Distance, creeps.
Ah, damn it. I had to kill this bitch. But, it's funny because actually one thing I was yelled at was like, not by like family, but like I was actually yelled at by someone like, oh, don't be like those guys where it's like you're gonna quote unquote date a girl and bone. That's the best word I could use right now, because I don't want to say fuck it. A guy who just fucks girls and like leaves her pregnant and just like never does shit to her, or never does shit with her like ever again. I don't want to be like one of those people, because I know that one, I can't be a player. Two, I really just don't. It's like being a player for me is kind of like, I don't want to be like, oh, I have holes in the city. Like me, I'm a pervert, but at the same time it's kind of like one of those things I like hide. Like if you're really comfortable with me, it'll be like you could really see it like nothing. At the same time, it's kind of like one of those things where you're just like weirded out, where you're like, what is he doing? Ew.
I get a cold shiver down my spine every time that happens.
And then you're just like clueless on like what the fuck I'm doing, like, period. It's like most of the time what I'm doing is I'm just like bullshitting with people. It's like that's the one thing I can always do, and that's a joke.
At least that saves me the trouble. I take it that's a good thing.
It's like one thing that I always find funny is like, I don't want to say my life, but like the same joke where people say like, oh, Louis just getting friends again. No. I find that funny because like lately I've actually embraced it. Because to me it was just really funny. Because one day it was just like, oh, what's Louis gonna do? Get friend zoned again? It's kind of like saying, oh, where was I going with this? It's kind of like saying, what's caterpillar gonna do? Eat leaves? Yeah, it's gonna happen, but you don't know when. Cause like, I've had girls like me, yet I don't know if they still do, and now I feel like iffy on it, like saying that they like me. I'm just doing something stupid, but most of the time me just being me is weird. It's like people are always like weirded out, like, oh, what's he doing? Like when you first meet me, it's kind of like funny because everybody's just like, oh, that's Louis. Oh, nice to meet him. He seems cool. He is. And like once you really get to know me, then apparently you get annoyed. And that's always one thing that I hate. Like, oh, it's like, okay, Louis, you could shut up now. Like that's always one thing I hate. Like being told is just straight up, you're annoying. Like being called annoying, period, like offends me. It's like, the one thing I'm always doing is like always trying to start a conversation or anything like that. And like, if you make me seem like I'm bad at doing what I'm always been trying to do, then I just feel like a fucking idiot for even trying to talk to you. Want that? Give me that and run.
Free ammo. What the hell is that? You want an aspirin or something?
Is it because she's got a headache? And now where he gets faster. And I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Yes! Suck it, bitch. But yeah, the second you find me weird, that's a good thing. Don't take it as, oh, so he wants to be weird? No, 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 no. Take it as this. I don't want to be normal. But those are the same thing. Bitch, shut up. And listen. Listen to my reasoning. Who says that they're weird or normal and proud of it? Huh? Who believes that they're normal? No one. I mean, they say, oh, this is the normal thing I do. Nothing's normal with that. That's normal to you, but something normal to you can't be something normal to us. It's a difference of perspective.
Just give you a little squirters.
Like,
Let's see what happens.
like if I see,
Looks like we just got a full reload.
like if I look at a girl and I say she's beautiful, and there's another guy that says, she's ugly. It's a difference of perspective of who sees it and who cares. If he's into type of girls that's like, oh, the legs, and I'm the type of guy that's always gonna be like, oh, she's beautiful, everything like that. And then it's a major difference of perspective.
Scary boys. How do we stop them?
And other things like that really piss me off, because then when people like self-loathe on themselves, like saying like, oh, I'm useless, I'm stupid, everything like that. Me, I'll self-loathe on myself, but there's barely anyone who ever cares to see me do it. I know, it sounds sad, but it's really true. That part really hits hard for people. It's like,
Hey, wandering hands.
it's like, think of it. Me, I'm a really lovable guy. Yet the second way it's like, oh, I don't like him. He's annoying. Yada yada yada. No 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 no. That, and it's like, if there's something wrong with me that people don't like about me, then I'll feel like it's my fault, and you'll basically be the next reason why I'm probably breaking down the next day. Whoop. I'm gonna shoot you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't do it.
Good thing I'm so nimble on my feet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Nope, never mind. Let's go this way. I need double. Yeah, so like saying things I do is odd. Like, oh, he's spooky. He's weird. He's weird. I don't like him. Anything like that. I care less if people think I'm weird. Like, if people say I'm an odd creature, fuck, I don't even consider myself human. Like, one thing that I always hate is just being mocked in general. Like, one thing I've been called lately was just called Blue Ranger, because the new Blue Ranger in the fucking what is it, the Power Rangers movie is autistic, so everybody jokes about it like, oh, Louis autistic, ha 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 ha. I'm just like, you're calling me autistic, yet barely do anything stupid. I barely try and look dumb. Like, the only time I try and look dumb is like when I'm doing it on purpose. Most of the time it's kind of like, oh, huh? I got a text message that I actually need to respond to. Ramos. So like, that was odd. Fuck. What was I gonna say? So like, certain things I'm trying to do, like, be well-rounded with people. Like, if I can make a friend, like, here, there, anywhere really, it's kind of like a good thing for me, because then I'm just like, alright. So I now know what's happening here. I know now what's happening here. I know what's happening here. I know that everything's on the lowdown, and everything that's happening, stuff like that. Like, when people make it seem like, oh, he's just trying to make friends, like, certain friends I make on accident, like, what's one friend I can name that I did, that I made a friend, and it was like, very sad and weird. It was like, as time grew on, like, me and her never really talked. So what happened was, this was 8th grade. What happened was, me and this girl were running the mile. I was running with her. And so what happened was, we were holding hands at like the final stretch of it. It's like when it was almost done, everything like that. And so, after that, I really wanted to like see her and start talking to her more. Yeah, after that day, it was as like rare that I saw her. So I would always be like, where's Glendy? And so like one thing that I always like want is like just someone to be with. Like, if I have you for a period, be glad. Because you're basically just making me avoid like being sad all the time. Because all last year, when everything we did was just walk around the track for like 24/7 every single period for that. It was sad because like I lost all my friends in that class. I had nobody there. It was just me, and that was it. Like, I'd try and conversate to people, but then they just like look at me like I'm some weird kid, basically. Or what's the word? Like, I'm some odd creature. So like, one thing that's funny is like, just being out there, period. So I'm always gonna like,
What? Kill who?
like I'm always gonna be there for people. There's nothing gonna change that. And yet, when people try and make it seem like I'm crazy for that, then I feel, well, crazy.
I think I can feel something.
Yeah, cause like, certain things I do, you'll be weirded out by. Like, certain girls you actually see me like hold on to, and just like never want to let go. It's like, those girls like mean something to me.
Maybe you're hiding something good inside.
Like, me out of everything, I'd rather be with girls than I'd be with guys, cause like, girls are like comfortable with me like being an idiot, so like I'll actually shut up at times, like around girls. But like when I'm around guys, everybody's just joking around, and then I don't like getting bagged on, basically. Like, especially with the whole friend zone thing. And that's honestly one of the jokes that I think are funny, but it hurts me a lot because even my dad bagged on me about it once, and that was something that really sucked for me when it first happened. Like, cause certain things, I'm really getting repetitive with this. Like, everything I've done is weird. At the same time, everything I have not done is weirder, in a way. Like, if you catch the drift there, and then, please, like, odd things like, actually, I'll say this right off the bat. Me, I'm a weirdo, and like, I always enjoy hugging, but like, if I can cuddle with someone, then I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be with them. Anything like that. Like, I'd just be proud of myself, period. Like,
Back to my old self.
the Disney trip,
Still as
actually.
messed up as it was before.
When I was with Isabel. It was nice because I actually got to be with someone that liked me. Or not. Wording. I was actually with someone that, quote unquote, wanted to be with me. At the same time, she had nowhere else to sit. So I was like, alright. And so, like, me being the smooth idiot I am, did what I did. It's like, I always find that funny, trying to like stand out. Then the next thing I'm doing is I'm crying, hiding out, or hiding. Where am I gonna build this? I need the shield. I don't want to get hit from the behind. Need this though. Definitely need this. But like, in all entirety, like, me being the way I am is because that's something that's never gonna change. Me being a huggy guy, me being touchy, anything like that, is because
Don't get fresh with me, Buster.
it's odd. Accidental shout out apparently. But yeah, like, every time I'm always like trying to sit with someone. It's always for the reason that I don't want to be stuck with myself.
I couldn't let him ruin my one chance at the big time. Besides, he was a piece of shit.
Really, just being by myself in general, I hate it. And that's not a good sign. Where? 4K. I did it. Say I am alive. Hey, hey. But what was I gonna say? What you gonna say? What you gonna say? What you gonna say? Gonna say. Fuck it. It's always weird, like, me being I think it's always funny, like, certain things, or like the things I do. Especially when like certain friends find it really odd. Cause I'm like, thank you, I know thank you. I get told that specific sentence a lot. It's like, but it's kinda kind of flies back on me, because like people just take advantage of me, honestly, and I really hate it. It's like the second I'm like free to be made fun of.
You're so ugly. I can't blame you for being mad.
Fuck.
Why you make it so much worse?
There we go. Damn it.
Get a chance to catch our breath yet?
But yeah, like anything I do, it's like always try and get out in these little streams I do here and there. It's like most of the time I'm just like sitting alone doing nothing, so it's like, what's the best thing I can do? Oh, let's live stream. Why not? At the same time, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, Louis live streaming again, womp womp, and that is where I like get mad, because I'm just like, whoa, 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 why do you say again like that, like as if it's bad that I'm letting it all out. It's like certain things I'll do is like,
That's a little too close there. What do I win? A freaking Cupid doll?
and the second I start building here, there's people. But yeah, it's weird me being me, because like the way I let everything out, because like because the one thing that's always bagged on is men shouldn't cry. Men don't let out their tears. Real men don't cry, and that's honestly some bullshit, because certain men should be able to cry, especially of how they are. Because think about it, look at people like Robin Williams. How did that turn out? He made people laugh for a living, being a comedian. But the second when everybody when he realized the only person he wasn't making happy was himself, it really affected him. It's like that example always stuck by me, because that was exactly near my birthday. That was like 3 days after, and that hurt me because I really loved him. I really loved Robin Williams. He was an awesome guy, great actor. Played Genie in one of my favorite Disney movies. God, we all know who that was. Prince Ali, mighty is the Ali Abua. And to think, where was all the love we were showing? We had given back. I mean, the one thing we even did was like just fuck up entirely at being who we were. Cause like the one thing that he always wanted was just us to be happy, and yet when we couldn't make him happy, it made us feel like shit. So we knew that he was such an amazing person. And so with that statement, I rest my case, saying that
Kind of indestructible when I was like that.
Most people that seem happy all the time, like me, are really hurting. It's like, to look at everything that they've done and like wanted to do, people will bag on them for certain things that has happened in the past. Like, it may seem dumb now when I bring up the fact that I've tried for so many girls and yet I've still gotten rejected by almost all of them. Sure, it sounds sad, but I've learned from my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes, realizing that I can't be easily dated. Like, I have to find the perfect girl for me, and yet it's odd seeing that like nobody cares in a way. That's always the one thing I'm doing. So why can't you? Care for me, care for you.
I think I just went through the looking glass.
I want good friends. I want the friends that will stick with me through thick and thin. Me, I'm just like, I just need people there. I want people there. I got to have people there. Because what am I gonna do when I'm gone? What are people gonna say when I'm away from the world? When I'm 6 feet under, apparently. Nobody's gonna say like, oh, nobody's really gonna say anything at my funeral, because the major thing where it's like, oh, what's Louis been to us? And it's kind of saying like, it's one of those things where it's like, you want it to be, you want to say it sucks, but like, you can't let it out properly, and nobody understands that.
Your service to the overlords is appreciated. Our complete assimilation.
Like, that's always something that's been bugging me on my mind for like the past 3 years.
Is that it? Are we like completely gone now? Go me, I guess.
It's like always something that I've been doing with my life was always just sticking up for the little guy. And yeah, when I turned into that little guy, it's kind of ironic in a way. Oh God, why was he there?
The curtain just came down on that performance. Now,
Fuck my life.
is someone gonna come get me?
Dun 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 dun.
I guess I owe you a favor. How's that for a showstopper?
Shit. I'm back. I had to do shit. But, yeah. Odd life. Damn, that hurt. But, like, everything I do, specific reasons for my specific mindset. And that's one thing being said that nobody understands in a way. Because the one thing I'm always doing is, like, helping people. And, like, at the same time, one thing I'm always doing is, like, trying to be the big guy, trying to stand out for people, trying to make friends whenever I can. And it's kind of, like, kind of sad when you kind of see that person, like, what's the best word I could use? Best way I could say it. Fade away from the crowd. When all I've really been trying to do is, like, stand out in a way. Or, like, fade into the crowd. That's what I've been trying to... That's the words I've been looking for. And, like... It's weird thinking, like... Oh, Louis a pussy. Louis a little girl. Everything like that. Yada, yada, yada. Louis this, Louis that. Louis this, Louis that. I am what... I don't want to say I am what I eat, but... I am... who I am. Nothing's gonna change that. Push me around all you want. I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit about anything really. Cause like most of the time, what I'm doing is I'm by myself in the most ironic way. Cause I'm always trying to bang the hair for everybody. I mean, there are certain people that do that, and I find it funny because, like, there's nothing wrong with those people. Like me, cuddle with. It's because I want to go back to a time where it was actually fun, where it was nice. Cause, damn it, if I cuddled with you and I enjoyed it, then I'd want to go again. And I'd want to do it again. I mean that in the biggest way possible.
Break their will to resist.
Like everybody, when they look at me funny, it's kind of strange because like I'm always just like kicking it in a way. That's always the thing I've been trying to like get my point across with, like say good. That I'm not a person to just be used and thrown away. I'm not a piece of shit. Another way I'm trying to say it. And like, reason why I'm saying it like that is that when I got used, it was really sad because like me, I promised a lot to a girl. Me, I gave a lot to a girl, literally. Physically and mentally, I gave my all to her. I did all I could. And that was for 3 different girls. The first girl, I physically tried my heart out because I almost had to see her every day now. And I even admitted it to her that even now my mind like stabs me at the fact that my mind stabs me at the fact that she is still around us, that she doesn't think we're creeps or anything, because like all we try and do is still just hug everybody we can. It's like that's always the one thing that I don't want to seem like. It's like, oh, Louis a creep and everything like that. And like something funny with me is that like I'm always, whenever I stick up for the little guy, it's always that iconic like, yo, what's up? You seem a little by yourself. It's like, one thing I'm always gonna be doing is like always trying to find friends to really kick it with. It's like going on band trips with certain people, and I stick with a certain group. It's always funny because anytime it's like, oh, okay, find a group, everybody. I'm not trying to go around looking for my perfect friends. I'm just trying to see people that actually care. It's like, one thing that's really sad for me is how I've actually been stuck by myself in like multiple groups because my partner was never there, or I just never was in a group. I've always agreed to doing something like, oh, I could handle making everything on my own. But like, when I find friends that actually like wanna like do stuff, it's nice, cause then I'm just like, I'm proud of myself, cause then my friends actually care about me in a way. Most of the time when I show all that I care about for people, none of that really gets shown back to me. It's like, most of the time I'm always like kicking it with people, or like almost all the time by myself now, cause like it's really hard to be with certain people that you wish you could trust again. But then when the whole world pushed down on me, it kind of destroyed that mentality of like, everybody loves you, everybody thinks you're amazing. Me, it's struggling to find a confidence to even walk out and say, I'm alive again. It's like, that's always the one thing I've been trying to do. Just build confidence like old times again. Like, the confidence I've had ever since I was a little kid. Like, confident to speak my own mind, to say what I want. Nobody tell me what's wrong, what's right. Me being me. Yeah, like, the second when my life gets turned to shit, then it's sad. So, ending of the stream, I'll just say it like this. Sad but true. That's it. And that's why I end off the stream. Alright. Thank you for joining me. This was a nice night for me. Kind of relaxing for me. Alright. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time when I probably stream. Later, everybody.